Hello everyone. Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Book Reviews. We weren't with you last weekend because it was Father's Day, and being a father, I said I didn't want to do it. Today is my birthday, and I thought what would be a better birthday present than to talk about comic books with all of you. So it's a double issue, double episode. We're going to go through last week's first. Apparently there's a stack. So issue 4 of Doctor Strange. Written by Jed MacKay. Guest artist for this one is Andy McDonald. This deals a lot with wand, wizardry, alchemy, necromancy department. So they do a really cool thing where it's like a tribute to the Walking Dead razor wire baseball bat thing. It's cooler than that though, so you have to read it to find out. It's funny because they get rid of all of these things before the actual superheroes would come and show up, you know? And they even have to fight a gang of hopping vampires, which was kind of fun. So the whole thing is just them going to different places. So no real Doctor Strange. They're setting us up for when Wand and Doctor Strange might not see eye to eye, so that's kind of interesting. It's a really good book. If you haven't been buying this, you should buy it. We got a new number 1 though, Spider-Man India. If you didn't watch the Spider-Man movie, there's a Spider-Man India, and he's really freaking cool. I like the costume in the movie better than the costume for the comic book, but apparently he'd been around before. He does hang out with Miles, and we should probably do that. The writer's name is Nikesh Shukla. The penciler's name is Abhishek Malsuni. And the inker's name is Scott Hanna. Scott threw me for a loop there on that one. I wasn't ready for it. The artwork is really good. We have the 3 Spider-Man, Indian Spider-Man, the Miles Morales Spider-Man, and the Peter Parker Spider-Man, all in the same thing. They go back to his own dimension, of course. I saw the lizard coming from a mile off, but that's okay. It's supposed to be a 6-issue miniseries, but I couldn't wait for that. So if you haven't got it, now's the time before it goes too many issues and you just wait for the trade paperback. Issue 2 of the new Dawn of DC Green Lantern. At this point in time, you'll find out in a little while here that this is probably the last. This and the Batman Scooby-Doo, I think, are it. So we find out that Green Lantern is back, but just because you're back don't mean you get to leave Earth. That's why it says quarantine down here in the corner. So I like what they're doing with it. We're keeping Hal Jordan, which is nice. Kilowog's there. I always do like Kilowog. And Hal Jordan is trying to just work his way up the corporate ladder. But then a new crossover called Night Terrors shows up, which I'm not buying Night Terrors. Gross. There's the backup story with John Stewart, Green Lantern, and they're supposed to give you his stuff. Here we are. Writer Philip Kennedy Johnson, artist Montos. And a lot of it's flashbacks when he's fighting the Purple Lanterns. I think they're purple. Purple or black. Can't tell. They look purple to me. And how he's got a cool new lantern outfit, which is interesting. Oh, Amazing Spider-Man. So we're done with the Ms. Marvel thing. I'm going to itch my eye. I'm going to itch my other eye. We're done with Ms. Marvel getting whacked for whatever short period of time. So we're up to issue 27 of The Amazing Spider-Man. Zeb Wells is our writer. Ed McGuinness is our penciler. Mark Farmer is our inker. Way back when there was a issue, like a big issue of Spider-Man, and come to find out that Doc Ock's original arms actually care for Peter, like in a I love Peter Parker way. So they're helping out unbeknownst to him, and Doc Ock has got some new arms coming up where he thinks he's going to take over everything. That's why you get the psychotic Doc Ock. This is a pretty good, just plain old-fashioned story. So Spider-Man's kind of getting back on the thing. I see Gold Goblin will be back next issue. Gold Goblin's not a bad idea. I'm waiting for it to go wrong, though, and Harry Osborn to just, not Harry, Norman Osborn to just lose his freaking juice and go berserk. So we'll see how long that takes. This is Captain America Cold War Part 6. So this is Omega. This is the end of it. The two Captain Americas going to Dimension Z. And Dimension Z is trying to get out into our world. Our color... Nope, I don't want color. Writers are Jackson Lansing, Colin Kelly, and Tochi Onibuchi. Artist is Carlos Magno. I guess it's because they got the three writers because it's the two different books merged together. So Falcon, Misty Knight, Sharon Carter, Steve Rogers, Captain America. Oh, Falcon is actually Captain America too, I'm sorry. Sam Wilson, Captain America. Let's call him that. And this is just setting us up for Sharon Carter calling herself the Destroyer from now on, so she wears a creepy skull mask. Not the red skull, it's white. It's just a regular skull mask. And Captain America, Steve Rogers' son from Dimension Z, will now be the person in charge of Dimension Z. So now that he's in control, it's actually a very nice place to be. And we'll see how that goes when they split it off. We're going to be continued in Captain America 750. Then I know there's a new Captain America book after that. So this was fun. Nice little teeny tiny, like 6 issues and done. It's time for a new Betty Page, boys and girls. Number 1. They usually do 5-issue arcs. Our writers are Mirka Andolfo and Luca Belgino. Illustrators are Ilsa Ferrari with Mara Angelilli and Tommaso Ronda. And Betty is this is good. The last Betty Page, I was not that happy about it. I like the cartoony artwork for it. You don't usually get that. People are always like, well, it's Betty, so I gotta make her all hubba hubba. But the cartoony artwork actually works really well, and she's being called to do a movie for this famous director, and there might be other things, espionage and stuff like that. Might even have doppelgangers. So Betty Page, always a good time. That last one I didn't like very well because I thought the writing was awful and no one knew how to do Betty. In this particular instance, they have done a fine job. Although I'm not really sure why I didn't get the photo cover. I'm going to have to talk to the boys about why I didn't get the photo cover for that and see if I can order one. Moon Knight. Moon Knight 24. Moon Knight. Setting us up for the next one. Jed MacKay is our writer. Jed's a busy guy. Artist, Federico Sabatini. And it's Mark working through his insanity. That's what Moon Knight does. He works through his crazy times. And he's being led on a chase through all of his different incarnations and everything, and it's all really just kind of a lie. It's set up by this guy named Morpheus who can get into your dreams, and it's a little sad at the end. So we'll see what the 25th special oversized anniversary spectacular looks like. Last one from last week is 9 of 12. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries! I don't remember who did this one though, so we're going to look. Here we are, written by Matthew Cody, drawn by Scott Gerald. It's the kids, Mystery Inc., getting the key to the city. Batman's along. They call him the Batman, and he keeps saying, it's just Batman. He doesn't use a the in there. And there's clowns, and you're automatically, so the Joker. And it's not the Joker. It's actually a villain from one of the really old Scooby-Doo cartoons, and a different clown. So his name's Harry, and we get a Scooby light. So sometimes you don't need Batman, you need Scooby-Doo. So very nice. It was a good set from last week. This week we have some odd things going on. This is number 19 of Batgirls. This is the last issue of Batgirls. DC in its ignorance have canceled my comic book. I'm not really sure why. But let's find who we giving credit to. Did they just put it at the end again? Hold on. I'm almost there. Let's see. All right, Becky Cloonan and Michael W. Conrad do the story. Robbie Rodriguez is our artwork, which is really good artwork, of course. When last we left the Batgirls, the entire city was fighting to get back against these snipers who were trying to kill anyone related to Batgirl. And then they all become Batgirl. All the women go to the streets dressed like Batgirl, so they've got to stop the snipers from killing off them. It ends the story. It gives us the thing that we were looking for, and shows us what they've made their own little community to be, away from Gotham, which was kind of nice. But at the end, it's over, and we don't get no more Batgirls. So, bummer. Carnage Rage, Part 6 of 7 in Miles Morales Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 7. No, I did not get any of the other Carnage Reign storylines. Cody Ziegler is our writer. Federico Vincentini? Okay, I'll stop. Carnage got a hold of some Iron Man armor. We're just dropped right in the middle of a huge firefight. There's the people that are in charge of, what do they call them? Cape hunters or whatever. What do they call it? Where is it? Hold on. Cape killers. So it's Taskmaster, the girl Electro, some speed demon, and somebody else. A lot of people get stabbed by Carnage's thingies in this. We do get a really nice double spread though, with Iron Man figuring out that it's Carnage, so he designs an armor specifically designed to fight Carnage. That is his job. That armor's job. So, yep, it's an interesting storyline, and it does give us a new look for Miles. I know you're used to this suit, but gonna have to get used to it, and I'm not gonna show you what it is. All right, our final issue of Wonder Woman that we'll be buying. This is issue 800. It's got a lot of people. All right, wow, that is tiny print. All right, so let's try it. I've got Becky Cloonan and Michael W. Conrad as the writers. And let's see. Our artists are Joelle Jones, Aletha Martinez, Mark Morales, Nick Robles, Todd Houck, Skylar Partridge, sorry Skylar, Cully Hammer, and Jen Bartel. Sorry about the alarm. Apparently, it's my camera person, Dandy's time to drink. It was fun. It was a lot of different art styles. They did a lot of different things where she's interacting with all of her friends, Batman, Superman, other Wonder Girls and stuff like that. It's exactly what it's going to be for an 800 issue. Not going to be any heavy-duty storyline. There's an introduction to the new Wonder Woman that I won't be buying. It just reinforces that I won't be buying it because I don't like the way Tom King writes comic books. So, there you go. There. Oh, that's not me. Oh, that's not me. Here we go. Number 4, Chicken Devil. This gives me hope because apparently Aftershock was in trouble for not paying their writers and artists. So, Brian Buccellato is our writer. Mattia Monaco is our artist. And his last we knew with Chicken Devil, his daughter asks him to kill her ex-boyfriend, or she will tell everyone that Dad is the Chicken Devil. And he decides if he can help them with one last job to get out from under it. It's all I need, one last job to get out from under it, and then it'll be over. So, because it's issue 4, and this is a 5-issue miniseries, it ain't over. But it's still a fun book to read. I really like it. So, hopefully we'll get more Chicken Devil in the future. This is a really good comic book. I saved the best for last. Another number 1. Number 1, Godzilla. Here there be dragons. That's right. It's pirates. Written by Frank Thierry. Artwork by Inaki Miranda. And apparently there was a pirate who found Monster Island. Which, I guess that's fine. If you're used to Godzilla movies, Monster Island is actually something that was manufactured by the Japanese with all the kaiju attacks, and they made a spot for the monsters to live in harmony with one another. It would not have been around in this time period. But it's their comic book, why not? So you get lots of pirates. One guy does a really good Jack Sparrow imitation. Pictures of battleship. I mean, big old armada. The Spanish Armada is drawn in one of these. And then the pirates think it's a great place to bury their treasure because Godzilla freaking lives there. So, not too shabby. I was sad to see that there was an option for a cover that I couldn't get. But it is a pinup that's in here where it's all the monsters. Like that. Pretty cool stuff. So there's this week's comic books and last week's comic books. So, Sophie, Fiona, because it was my birthday, you came over and we grilled meats. You helped me frost a German chocolate cake with coconut pecan frosting. My daughter, Dandelion, made me a lovely peach tart with vanilla bean ice cream. I cooked ribs and chicken, and Martha made our favorite. It's called taco pasta salad. Anyone want the recipe, ask for it in the comments. I'll be happy to give it to you. I'm not going to go over it here, though. That's ridiculous. So, in the meantime, I always tell you this. Go find a place to get a comic book. Go to a store. Go to a place. I go to Fanfare in Kalamazoo. They're getting ready to move. They have one last week on July 5th. They will be across the street from where they used to be. So, should be pretty easy to spot them. I imagine they'll have a pretty new sign and all that stuff. And, but yeah, you can go to the library. You can read comic books online for free. You can find creators online that are doing their own thing if you're not big into the DC Marvel superhero thing. There's plenty of comic books. I mean, half of these comic books have no superheroes in them. A couple of them have anti-heroes. One's got Godzilla in it. What do you like? That's how it works. So until next time, I will go ahead and see you, and don't forget to go read a comic book.